Now, it may be the last Psych show of the series. Can you believe it? But don't let that get you down, because tonight we're going out with a big old bang, aren't we? Bang, bang, bang! All summer, he's been my Saturday night date, and I can't think of anyone I'd rather spend just 1 hour a week with. It's Ian Lee.
No!
Oh, you!
No.
Next up is a woman who... who has spent the majority of the summer with us and has always remained knowledgeable, professional and courteous, and all that despite Ian constantly having a dig at her credentials. It's Dr. Funky. Funky! What a woman! Now, this is our 13th Psych show, but it's not unlucky for me tonight. Oh, no, because joining us for the first time on the panel is a TV icon, a woman who spent the 90s wrapping her legs around PE teachers in a leotard. It's gladiator turned psychotherapist, Diane Udell. The Psych show, where have you been? Now, also with us is a woman who, along with her wealth of experience, brings a bit of transatlantic glamour to the show. She's written numerous books about sex, none of which Ian has read for because they don't have pictures. It's Dr. Pam Spear.
Sex?
Yes.
About sex?
I like all of that.
Come here, love, give us an earful.
And finally, completing this stellar lineup is your latest evictee from the L Street compound. It's Bruce. Now, before we get going, it's been a big old week in the world of celebrity, and I think we could do with a little recap. Do you agree? Yeah! Of course they do. That's what they're paid to say. Here is the week in 60 seconds and 22 frames.
Lauren would like to have some duck sushi, please, if possible.
Any chance I can jack into you?
We fart, we poop.
No!
Don't come and have a go at me, all right?
I'm so angry.
Get over it, you Botox face, trout face witch.
Suddenly I just feel so low.
It's fucking obvious your face is Botox.
I am Mr. Big.
Such a selfish little bitch.
And anything over an handful's a waste.
Carol.
Bastard! Sophie. You called me a bitch?
He's also kind of an asshole.
Seconds and 22 frames. That was brilliant. So that was the last week, but let's start with last night. Bruce, hello.
Hello.
How was your first 24 hours out of the house?
I don't know where I am at the moment. Am I coming or going? I don't know. I've tried to eat breakfast, and that's come. I've only had one meal. I'm scared of eating in case they take it off me. I've had one drink in case I get in trouble.
Right.
Yeah, it was one very big drink, to be honest, in the green room.
Do you know them fridges in your room?
Yeah.
If I open it, there'll be nothing in it.
There'll be nothing in it. Keep it locked. Dr. Pam, why do you think Bruce got the boot?
Well, there's two reasons why the viewers didn't keep you here. As I was saying to Emma Willis on Monday, you're a classic reactor. And that means, you know, we saw you kind of control everything and then suddenly, boom, react to some of the behaviour of the other housemates, whereas other housemates didn't react like that. So you lost a few votes on that one. And also because it was too little too late. When you did your Les sketch, you know, and Les and Janice, you know, you and Vicky doing that, you came alive, baby. I mean, my God. If only we'd seen more of that, and I think more viewers would have kept you in. And that's coming from the sex expert.
He's very alive.
Come here, babe.
He's having a lot of fun.
Come here, babe.
Listen. Control.
I feel
Sit next to her for 5 minutes. It doesn't have fries.
Wow.
I think we are still just on the air, but literally just. Bruce?
I'll give you one in a minute, don't worry.
I look forward to it.
Well, to be honest, Bruce, not that I think you care, it didn't take long for them to get over the departure of yourself and talk about more important things. Take a look at this.
So will Bruce and Dustin be on Bit on the Side together?
Tonight.
No,
together?
Maybe.
Yeah, they go on at different times.
Together.
They do a little interview and they go on at different times.
So they're
Like
not going to do it together?
Yeah, Dustin will go on first. And
No, I mean like together.
No, sometimes on Bit on the Side, if there's a double, they do put them on together.
I've never seen that.
Well, they might do both, right? Like separately and then together.
Like on the final night, all of us will be on.
Do you know what I've been thinking?
Yeah.
You know, that bloody psychologists on there, what fucking talk, pile of old crap, like, you know, this and because of that.
There's a body language expert.
And someone funky, Dr.
Not
Funky.
too much, but a bit more.
Dr. Funky. It makes me laugh every time I say the name.
So, dearie me, all of you experts, especially you, Dr. Funky, you talk crap. Very rarely do I agree with what Louis says, but I agree with him there. What do you make of... No, I don't.
What did he say?
He says that Dr. Funky talks crap. What do you... Bruce, shut up. What do you make of it?
Well, obviously, Louis is afraid of what I'm going to say. And
Say it, babe, say it!
Because obviously what we see Louis... what we see Louis in the house is very a dramatised version of himself, the extrovert. And people like ourselves, we will analyse his behaviours that he doesn't actually show sometimes. Bruce, you're putting me off, but that's what I think he was afraid of.
Let's talk about...
You're absolutely right.
Yes. Let's talk about the Mr. Big task, which, of course, saw Carol, Mario and Lawrence separated from the group. Funky, how do they deal with that, do you think? The isolation?
I think they dealt with the isolation quite well. I think you guys found it really difficult, and you were so genuine. You really cared about them being in the house, and particularly you, Bruce. You made sure every scrap of food was given so that those housemates could come back.
Even the crumbs out the bread tin.
I know, I loved it. But also what I felt I saw with Mario is I saw a different side to Mario that I hadn't seen in the previous 2 weeks, and that being he was being quite gossipy, and he was saying things about Dustin just because he kept the peanut butter, and he was saying things about Courtney, and that was another side to Mario that I hadn't seen, and obviously kind of has affected my views about him.
He's been waiting to come out. He's just been brewing.
Mr. Big did pick on the other housemates one by one to perform. Diane, how do you think they handled this?
They all did brilliantly, absolutely brilliant, because we saw a little gem as to why they're in the house in the first place. Celebrity Big Brother, after all. But Abs and Dustin, initially, they were really uncomfortable because I think it anchored them back into a time of their lives that eventually didn't turn out that well, but is OK now.
Now, we've got to remember Carol's stay in prison was extended due to her fake eviction, which was amazing. Dr. Pam, how did she handle knowing the fact that 7 out of the 8 housemates voted for her to get the boot?
Not at all well, because Carol is a bit of a power alpha. She thrives on kind of having a bit of power with others, and she needs that social validation, which, if you get nommed like that, that's telling you that your social value is, like, you know, down. So what we saw is we saw the flight or fight, you know, syndrome. Fight. It was fight all the way when she went back in the house. She was like fighting fit. It's like she was so angry.
She was brilliant. She went from 0 to hero, just like that, just like that.
Joy, that's a catchy little phrase. I should use that for a film or something. During last night's eviction, Courtney was surprised how much the crowd's reaction towards her had changed in just a week. Dr. Funky, how much of this was down to the boiler suit saga?
I think a lot of it was down to the boiler suit. You know, with Courtney, and I remember we had a discussion last week, Ian, which is the amazing point that you made out, and I'm going to share with the viewers. You remember... Yes, Ian, you see, I can boost you up as well.
And I haven't bought a psychology degree off the internet or nothing.
But the thing with Courtney, remember she's... In the beginning of the series, she wasn't wearing bikinis, but as soon as she was up for nomination, we saw her in bikinis, and that bikini got her a lot of votes. So her body, how she idolises her body, gets her lots of votes. Then we, the Big Brother, were telling her to wear the boiler suit. She was up for eviction. She wore that boiler suit for any longer, then she would lose the votes. So as soon as that boiler suit came off, she got the votes. But now I'm seeing a different side to Courtney. She's actually a bit more covered up. So is it a case that she doesn't really care and she wants to go home, or has she got another strategy that we need to...
Someone asked me a question this morning about Courtney. Am I all right butting in?
You can butt in any
Go
time.
on, then.
Thank you, my funky monkey.
Oh, my God.
Someone asked me a question this morning. How long does it take her to get dressed? All day. And she comes out in a bikini.
That's brilliant.
The cracks were really starting to appear in Courtney, weren't they?
They really were. Now, the housemates nominated face-to-face for the first time this week. Dr. Pam, how did they handle it?
Well, what I was analysing You're in part of my answer. What I was analysing was their eye contact. When they do face-to-face noms, I was looking for full frontal, not nudity, young man, full frontal direct eye contact. And there were only 3 housemates, because when they give direct eye contact as they're nominating their fellow celebs, that shows they're playing more of a game and taking it less personally, because they're able to detach at that moment. It was only Abs, Lauren and you, kind sir, who actually felt you could see, you couldn't quite look them in the eye as you were nominating them.
Oh, guilty.
You kind of, exactly, you avoided, but it was you 3 who found it the most personally hard thing to do.
Oh, well, perhaps more than recent series, there's been a feeling a lot of them don't actually want to be there. Dr. Funky, as we near the final, are we expecting to see their more competitive sides, or are they going to continue to be ungrateful?
Well, I mean, it's a good point you raised, but I actually think this Big Brother series, I'm not seeing that competitive spirit that we saw in January. In fact, this week, I'm sorry to say, but I nodded off a few times because the end... Sorry, I have to be honest.
Sorry, Dad, you
it was like... But let me explain. Let me explain. The reason being is I think they were so drained, and obviously that's what we were picking up as the viewers. They couldn't kind of give that entertainment that we wanted, and I think a lot of them just want to go home now. Whereas the first week and a half, I thought, no, they want to be there. But people like Courtney, I actually think she wants to go home now.
She does.
People like Carol, I think she wants to go home now. The only person or the couple that really want to win is Lauren, definitely. Charlotte wants to win, and I also think Mario too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can I put in on that one?
No, you're not allowed to. Thanks, guys. Still to come, we'll be chatting about Courtney and Lauren's special relationship. Plus, we'll bring you the latest from the house. Don't go flicking. Sit down. Big Brother's bit on the side. Oh! It is or not? Now, I've got a psychological fact for you. Psychological fact number 28, in fact. Sexual tension is defined as restlessness that is associated with the sex drive and the release of sexual energy that can often cause friction between parties. So, you know what I say? Ian, Dr. Funky, it's time to admit your true feelings and just get a room.
You can go funky with funky wonky. Get it on!
Wow.
Excuse me. It's Dr. Funky.
Dr. Funky, indeed. Well, tonight we'll have a chat about all the remaining housemates. So first, let's turn our attention to Charlotte's crew, which includes Charlotte, Carol and Mario. Now, before we get started, let's take a look at what they promised us before they went in the house.
People have misconstrued me to be a bad boy, but that's about to change.
The McGiffin ain't scared of no one. Not even Big Brother.
I'm going to bring a bit of Essex to the Big Brother house.
I don't like buying expensive handbags because I'm always just sick into them.
Hopefully the Big Brother winner will once again be an Essex boy.
Don't have a tiff with the McGiff.
If you nominate me, shit is going to hit the fan, and it's probably going to be my shit as well.
The new queen of CBB is on her way.
Yeah! Good stuff. Diane, why do you think these 3 have bonded?
Oh, it's classic. It's a parent-adult-child relationship. The parent, of course, is Carol in her many forms. Adult is Mario, who's put me off as well. And the child, of course, is Charlotte. It's a classic thing. That's why they work so well together.
Brilliant. Well, let's talk about Carol, actually. Dr. Funky, have we seen the real Carol, or are we just seeing an exaggerated version of herself?
And it's a really good point, and I'm going to completely ignore Bruce.
Just blank him.
The thing about Carol, she's the only housemate that I'm actually trying to analyse and kind of get a sense of who she is in the house. And we saw from the VT trying to play the villain Carol, and that's what we've seen for the last week and a half. But we saw a shift in Carol, and that was when she was nominated. A shift. Not nothing else. A shift in Carol. When she was nominated to go, and then she stayed in the house. Now she's back in the house. Even though she said she was going to be more of a villain, she hasn't been. She's been more reflective. She's talking about her experiences on Loose Women and leaving Loose Women, talking about her partner. I think what she saw there made her reflect on herself, and she didn't quite like the fact that she was nominated.
Interesting. Well, let's talk about Loose Women, because traditionally they've done very well in the house. Can she, you know, possibly do a Denise and go all the way, Dr. Pam?
No. Right. I don't think she can. Not at all.
Long and short answer.
She will have a huge fan base out there, and she has been wonderful on Loose Women. You know, just love what she does.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have... You see, Denise had a lot of battles in the house. And but what Denise didn't get involved in, she had the fun. She didn't get involved in the kind of playground behind the back kind of bitching that we've seen Carol do. And I think Carol will lose some of her support for that sort of behaviour. So in that sense, the Loose Women effect won't work for her.
Let's move on to Mario. He's got a bit of a laddish reputation, of course, but we've sort of seen a different side to him. Diane, which is the real Mario?
Well, in this house, this is the real Mario. It's all about facets. He did mention on day 7 that he hasn't felt horny for a long time in the house. And that tells me the lad would come out of him and be out and about if he's in his different environment, which, of course, is Towie.
He just needs to be with the lads, doesn't he?
Can I get you? Mean Louis going to be in trouble with him?
I hope not. Now, finally, let's talk about Charlotte. Her behaviour is quite extreme. So, Dr. Pam, is she playing up to the cameras?
Oh, she's a reality pro. And she knows how to get the camera action. And everything we see, it's like genuine, but it's kind of like a bigger, exaggerated version of the Charlotte, who also has that wonderful, sort of good-hearted side, too. And that's what's keeping her in there. You know, people love that she's so playful, such a rebellious child, but also has that really good heart.
OK, then.
And a soaking wet bed.
You weren't going to mention that, Ian.
No, I can't let it go, Bruce. I can't let it go.
It's dry now. She only received 1 nomination, actually, this week. Dr. Funke, rather. Why do you think this is?
Because, I think, like Dr. Pam has highlighted, there is a beautiful quality to Charlotte. I know we talk about what her other programme, I'm not even going to say Jersey Shore, I mean Geordie Shore. But what I've seen with Charlotte, which I actually like, is that she represents what a true friend will be. So if you're a friend to Charlotte, I'm sorry, remember what happened, Bruce, when you was upset with Courtney? Charlotte stood up to you. She had an argument with you, confrontation, which was nothing to do with her, but to do with her friend Courtney. And to be honest, Charlotte is what you see. She doesn't really gossip about anyone. You know what she feels about you. Yeah. And that's it's an essential quality in a friendship.
It really is. It really is, actually. I agree with you. Now, Bruce, towards the end, actually, you started to actually bond with Charlotte. Why? What happened? What changed? And would you like to see her when she gets out?
Yeah, well, I actually had a conversation with her. I mean, the age difference between me and Charlotte was... I thought she was stupid at first. I just thought she was very, very rude. But as it went on, I got talking to her and I got closer and closer to her. And I'd actually started to like her really, really well.
Yeah.
And it was great, because having 2 girls myself and 2 boys older than her...
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, okay, I was that age once. I didn't do some of the things she did, because you'd get arrested. But no, I bonded with her well at the end, and she became a really, really nice girl, and I enjoyed my time in there with her. It was really nice.
A spontaneous round of applause.
Yeah,
that happens very rarely here, Bruce. Well done.
Well, thank you.
We're doing another hour, lads!
That was possibly the strongest chart in the market today. Well done. And I think we all need to just chill out now. Especially Bruce. So let's kick back and watch this exclusive.
Is it noticeable that Bruce is gone?
Not really. I don't mean that to sound horrible, Bruce. I mean, yeah, there's no one mentioning tea 96 times a day, and there's no waft of tin tomatoes hitting you when you get up. I suppose, yeah. But he's just so set in his ways, Bruce. You know, I mean, I find it funny, but I could understand, that people found him a bit mourny. But he's 60, you know what I mean? Happens to us all, doesn't it? I'll probably be a right old cow when I'm 60. Poor old Bruce.
Oh, I can't sleep, in there.
Put your fingers in your ears. Yeah, he moaned a bit. I told him, I said, don't give him any ammunition, you know what I mean? Don't moan. That's all you need to do, but he couldn't help himself. I understand.
Bruce?
Oh, true talk.
Bruce, what do you make of that?
She's lying.
Tell him fibs. Tell him fibs.
She won't tell the truth because she start crying.
Oh, bless.
She would, she'll start crying.
Oh, Bruce, you're good.
I mean it, she's like that. She's like that. She comes over all tough and everything, but I bet she had a weep in bed when she went to bed in the dark.
But maybe she did, maybe she did. We'll never know. Now, let's talk about Courtney and Lauren, because they have actually formed one of the most unusual pairings in Big Brother history. Here's what they promised before they went in the house.
People of Great Britain, the wait is over.
Lauren's here and she's ready to play.
When I walk down the street, I turn heads.
If there's anybody in the house transphobic, I won't be happy.
Hollywood to Borehamwood, baby.
I can't wait for people to see the real me. I've had a lot of crap, but I'm not taking it anymore.
BBBOTS, BBBOTS.
The Big Brother house, you better watch out.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Why have these two bonded?
Well, first off, outwardly it was about the glamour. They both love glamorous things. But then actually it's a rescue relationship where both of them subconsciously could see the vulnerability in each other. And now what we've seen, what's absolutely fascinating, is the way they swap roles between parent and child. Like Courtney the other night feeding the cereal to Lauren, and then Lauren defending her when Dustin found out that Courtney had put milk in his bed. And they swap these roles all the time. I mean, more than Lauren swaps her outfits.
Let's talk about Courtney first. We've heard Charlotte say that Courtney is trying to be an adult when really she is still a child. Diane, what do you make of that?
Well, it's quite a journey for us all to be watching. It's sort of a micro 3 weeks of it. And it's odd that Charlotte would make that comment. It's a little bit pot kettle black because she's recognising it, and I think it gave Charlotte a little bit of authority to actually say it in the end. But we are seeing a mini maturation process for Courtney. The independent talk is all about that as well.
Yeah, well, Bruce, you know, you was in there, first-hand knowledge. What was Courtney like to live with?
Well, she was all right when she put clothes on. there was one night she said she'd had a few drinks. And I'd gone to bed and she'd come in the bedroom. She said, Bruce, come and sleep with me. I said, no. And she said, no, come on, I want you to sleep with me. And she was really adamant she wanted me to get in bed with her. And she said, not like that, I just want to put my arms around someone. I said, you'd never get near me with them things.
Oh, brilliant. 0 week. On to Lauren. She claims that she is stronger than the others actually give her credit for. Dr. Funke, is she?
Of course she is. I think we must never underestimate Lauren. I mean, she has shown and she has shined through, and I think I'm quite glad that she's become more independent than Courtney, because before they were kind of fused together. And Lauren potentially is a winner for the Celebrity Big Brother. And I know some people say, but I think she could possibly...
I think she possibly. Diane, how much would it mean for Lauren to win? She seems the one who wants it the most.
It's everything. We know she has a wonderful relationship with her family, and there'd be no fear for her to go back to that, but she wants to create more of what she's having in there on the outside for her independent life. She hasn't ever really had that the whole of her life, and she's more than ready.
Oh, brilliant! Yay! Thanks, everyone. Join us after the break when we'll be dissecting the remaining housemates. Plus, I'll be in the form room with Ian for one last time. You won't want to miss that. See you in a bit. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bits on the Psych. Ian, will you stop chatting to that spider?
You are such a badass, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, too right. Any fly comes near my web, I'll fucking bite his head off. Whoa, yeah.
Wow. Now remove yourself. Thank you.
He's cool, man. He is cool.
We're back in the form room.
Hey! Hey, Funsies!
Funsies, he's on line 1, and what's your natter?
We've got Ahmed from Greenford.
Ahmed? Ahmed?
Hi, AJ.
Oh, hi, Ahmed. Are you all right?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Oh, I'm wicked, thank you. Ian's here as well. It's our last form room together.
Oh, is it? All right. You right, Ian?
Yeah, I'm all right, Ahmed. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, I'm good.
No, we could be here all day. What have you got for
talk about is Ad. He's playing the game well, even though he's...
Sorry, who is this? Who is this, Ahmed?
He's just a proper good guy, but...
Again, yeah, sorry, who are we talking about?
I think.
Yeah, Ahmed, sorry. Who?
Abs.
Abs. Thank you.
Yeah. He's playing the game.
He's just really boring. The only problem is the people actually going to vote for him? Because he's really isolated and that.
Evidently, they saved him last night. Well, you know, I think it's quite interesting. And he did perform 5 track to us 5 times.
I agree with Ahmed. Seems like a nice lad. He's as dull as ditch water.
Can you just say hi to my friend?
No, you can't, Ahmed. Not this time. What do you think this is? The Ken Bruce Show on Radio 2. We're going to do shout-outs and big-ups off. Who's on line 2?
Lisa from Plymouth.
Lisa?
Lisa.
Lisa from Plymouth.
Lisa.
Big up yourself, Lisa. What's your natter? Let's have a chatter. Let's have some patter.
Hi, Ian.
Hey,
Hi,
Lisa.
AJ.
Hey, Lisa. You're right, love.
Hi. I just want to say that I want Courtney out because I feel like she's babying Lauren too much.
Oh, but Lauren loves it.
I know she does. But when Courtney was feeding her Wheaties in bed, that was enough for me. I was like, Lauren, you need to get away from that girl.
Get away from that girl. Stop feeding her Wheaties in bed. It's not the dumb thing. That's what I said. Lisa, can I come and feed you Wheaties in bed?
Sorry?
Can I come and feed you Wheaties in bed?
Yeah, I do. You can eat Wheaties with me any day you want.
Sweet, that's what I'm talking about. That's how to work Big Brother's been on the site.
Thank you so much for your call.
Who's line 3?
Jackie from London.
Jackie!
Jackie?
Hi.
Hi, Jackie. Hit us.
Hi, AJ. Hi, Ian.
Hiya, Jackie, love. How you doing, love?
Fine, thank you.
Good girl. What's your natter?
I've got one of those voices, haven't I?
Yes, you have, my darling.
I like it. It's sexy and husky.
Anyway, what I'd like to say is about not Courtney. Oh gosh, see, I'm getting it all mixed up already.
It's only an hour show tonight, so
Charlotte.
You know. Charlotte, yes.
Sorry. It's Charlotte and Mario.
Yeah.
I believe they're getting away with a lot of stuff. Not so much Mario, because although he seemed to be good in there and all that, both of them though chat so much about people behind their backs.
Why are they getting away with it then? How are they getting away with it?
They're getting away with it because people are not noticing and not realising, other than Louis and Carol.
Jackie.
Louis and Carol and them talk, and I seem to realise that when it comes to nominations...
Jackie, I'm really sorry to interrupt, but listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the team to give me your phone number. I'm going to call you personally. We'll have this conversation after the show. Is that OK? Jackie, thank you very much indeed. Thanks very much indeed. I'll speak to her after the show,
She just left. She left.
She's gone.
No dirty talk, even though she's got that lovely voice. Strong chat to everyone. The housemates, I'm always banging on about something in the diary room. Let's see what they had to say this week, you naughty thing.
Hello, Lauren.
Hello, Big Brother.
You look nice.
Thank you. You know, that's the only person from Courtney who said that today. But thank you.
Why don't you just take it off?
Oh, my hair'll be so flat now, though.
Maybe you just needed to wash your hair.
I bet...
Yeah.
How does it look?
Looks beautiful.
Carol's legs. Courtney's stomach. Sophie's boobs, because I'm not a big boob man. Big boobs scare me. I'd have to say Charlotte's teeth. Probably like Sophie's face. I think Sophie's very attractive. She's a very beautiful girl. Very beautiful woman, sorry. And then I'd say be able to hug like Vicky. She gives the best cuddles. And the innocence of Lauren.
I can't remember what they're called. Drop sluts or something.
Slut drops?
Yeah, we're doing that.
Tell Big Brother about your slut drops.
What they are?
What are they and what have you been doing today?
Well, if you fancy someone, apparently, you go up behind them in a club and you dance like that, really cool, and then you just drop your bum on the floor, and then they know that you fancy them.
You've never slut dropped?
I've never slut dropped, no.
Are you likely to?
Not in the near future. I'm not likely to slut drop at any particular time soon, so, but we never know.
I think I would want to be Abs. I think the reason why is because whilst he's in the house, he seems very contained and controlled, and I think it's a wonderful quality to have.
It's quite boring, big brother. Spending a lot of time today just converting oxygen into carbon dioxide.
Me and everyone else were wondering if maybe at the end of the whole experience, when this is not on film, do we ever get to meet yous?
Is there anything else, Charlotte?
No, come on. Would like to meet yous all. All the big brothers.
There's only one big brother, Charlotte.
Well, that doesn't make us want to win anymore. I just go now if I don't get to meet anyone. You and me, I like to make friends. Oh, God. That mic is always in me face. Reminds me of a big elephant dick.
She just wants to make friends.
Yep.
Still loads more to talk about, so let's take a look at what Vicky, Abs and Louis promised us before they went in the house.
This shit's about to get real messy.
Look out, big brother, because here comes the high-kicking homo.
I'm going to be everybody's friend for 5 minutes.
In one way or another, karma always has a way of catching up with you.
The house better be up to scratch, because cleanliness is next to godliness, and God knows I'm godly.
I'd like to be remembered as the legendary housemate. Wait, that ain't cool.
I'm going to kick off.
Phew, it's all intense, isn't it?
I'm only here because my agent told me not to.
Very interested. We'll get to talk about Vicky first. Dr. Funky, how has she influenced the house?
I don't think she's had a major influence on the house. I mean, we can see her transition. At the beginning, she was very bossy towards Charlotte, saying how much she should drink. But this week, we've seen a different side of Vicky. You know, she tried to coach Courtney into wearing the suit, and she was resistant to wearing that. I've seen a side to Vicky that's really quite nice and, you know, kind of likeable. And I think she's had that shift. What she'll be like this week will be interesting now that Bruce is gone. Will she become a bit more livelier, or will she become withdrawn? I think she'll probably come a bit out of her shell.
Bruce, what do you think? Is she going to cope with you? Is she going to change without you there?
I think she'll explode. I don't get in her way now.
Really?
Right. I wouldn't get in her way.
She's got a little bit of a temper on, hasn't she?
I know. I've been with her for 11 years, mate.
Yeah?
You know, I've been married to 2 women, her and my wife.
Diane, now Bruce is gone, do you think we're going to see a different side to Vicky?
Yes, I think, as you were expressing, that we are seeing different sides to her. We've seen her blow once, and we also saw her coach and guide you after you'd had your outburst as well. And she's really, really good at that. But we are seeing other sides to her, because there's a little bit more space in there now, too.
Yeah, it's nice. Give us some breathing space. Back off, everyone. Moving on to Abs. Charlotte said that he was difficult to approach, and we know that he does have Asperger's syndrome. Dr. Funky, has that had a part to play?
I think it's very important that, because I know I've spoken to Bruce and they didn't know that
we didn't know this.
So he only told us as the viewers. So it's interesting that now that Bruce knows is that, you know, he's coped really well. And I think viewers that don't know about Asperger's, look it up, because you know, Abs is showing that, you know, regardless of the condition you may have, you can cope in society. And he's the one that has been the same throughout the duration of Big Brother than any other housemate. And that, for me, I would like Abs to win.
He's been... He has been consistent. Twitter, start warming up your fingers, because he has been consistent. He comes across as a really nice bloke. Yeah. He's got Asperger's. Yeah. He's really, really boring to watch as a contestant on Celebrity Big Brother.
You might think that, but I've had some great conversation with Abs. I didn't know he had this spaghetti thing. So I found out today. But I've had some absolutely fantastic conversations with him. Talked about his band, his days in the band, how he lost it all through probably that, I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, to be fair, in his credit, I do find him, he's one of those people that he's just gotten over. There's something really intriguing about him. And I could actually watch him a lot longer, personally.
I can personally say, you know, I want to see him do that slap drop he was just saying in the dining room, because he can dance.
And Bruce and I will do slap drops for you a bit later on. Very quickly, we want to mention Louis. He had to pretend to be drunk earlier this week. Dr. Pam, was this all acting, or did we see kind of the real Louis coming out?
Louis has an enormous defence mechanism, you know, that kind of bitchy theatrical side that he has. what this task allowed him to do, you know, it's very frustrating because there's a lot of anxiety when you have to keep a defense mechanism in place like that. And this task allowed him to get that anger out. And I swear to God, when watching that, his body language was genuine in a lot of the angry part. And it was just letting down that whole mask he has.
He has been a little bit grumpy on occasions, but the crowd were loving him last night. Dr. Funky, what is he doing right?
Well, I think the last task, it showed the Louis that everyone wants to see. And, you know, like Louis said in his VT, I want people to see the other side to me, rather than the side that we all know. And I think, for me personally, I would want to see the other side of Louis, because obviously this is when he's switching on the button, putting on the, you know, putting on the show for us.
Diane, we've got 20 seconds. What do you make of Louis?
Oh, well, I'm biased. I've lived with the guy. I've actually had that experience with him.
You live with him?
He does have other sides when we studied, yes. And he can switch it on and switch it off, but he does have a real heart in there that only very few get to see and pull up alongside.
OK, so
Diane,
he's
thank
quite
you
guarded.
very much indeed.
There's so much more to talk about. I've got so much more inside here left to give, but unfortunately, that's all we've got time for. Please give it up for our panel.
Good work, guys. We survived. Yes. Yeah, go on, bugger off.
Show, yes. Join us after the break.
In more ways than one, yes. It is the
more
end.
exclusives for you to get your teeth into. See you on the other side. Don't go changing. To Big Brother's bit on the side. Oh, sorry. You just caught me doing a spot of flowering. You know, flower arranging. I know all the flowers I do. Lobelia, gypsophilia. Here's today's news. At 11:20 this morning, I think I did quite well, the house seemed to have a strange effect on Charlotte as she turned from the bedwetting, farting, tashing on little devil we all know and love to a more gentle girl who is, listen closely, ready to settle down. Why
I mean, I've never thought about it before, because I just never thought about getting married or having babies or anything. Because I never ever think about having babies, because I always think, oh, I'm definitely not ready to be pregnant. Like, I'm not, it's not something that is in me to-do list anytime soon. But now being here, I think that maybe I'm ready to be married. I mean, not straight away, but I would like to be engaged, because I'm living with all these people. Carol's engaged, Louis married, Vicky's married, Courtney's married. Like, everyone talks about the engagement and the marriage, and I think I'm ready for it. I'd like to marry my boyfriend. He's very good looking, you know, he looks like David Beckham.
That sound you can hear is her boyfriend running out of the building. I'm only joking. I'd better get an invite though, Charlotte. Seriously, I love a good wedding maid. At 12:28 this afternoon, Lauren and Courtney were chatting in the bedroom and Lauren opened up about a family tragedy.
But we had a cat called Twinkle.
Twinkle?
Yeah. And we had her just for one Christmas. She was beautiful. And the problem is, she ran across the road and got run over by a car.
Oh, no, are you serious?
I was so upset, so upset.
Did you see it happen?
No, my father had to see it and clean the mess up. And...
What time, how old were you then?
Oh, well, no, it was recently. It was about last Christmas.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Yeah. She just ran across the road and a car went over.
No, how did you find her, though? Like, how did you... Was she rescued? How'd you get her?
No, she was flat.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Do you know the really tragic thing is that apparently it was run over by a Peugeot? Come on, that's funny. A Peugeot! A Peugeot! That's good! And finally, the house got a special visitor today. I love that. As none other than Vanessa Fells entered the house with her radio roadshow and got a chance to chat with the remaining housemates.
Good afternoon, housemates.
Good
You're
afternoon.
listening to BBFM with me, Vanessa Feltz.
Oh, God.
BBFM. The Celebrity Big Brother housemates are being paid buckets bucket loads of cash to live in the house and entertain us. So why are they such a bunch of whinging moaners? What would it take to goad these miserable malcontents into action? A firework up the arse?
Yeah.
A bath full of booze?
Yeah.
A cattle prod? Or me, Vanessa Feltz,
No,
shooting
firework up the
straight from the...
arse.
But you can
Put on the shiny, best behaviour, glitzy, showbiz, lovely Carol, or you can be the sulky, miserable, bitchy, drunk as hell, can you take my trousers off, farting Carol. And I've heard from behind the scenes they've had to edit out about 95% of your farts, which have been explosive and cataclysmic, not to mention utterly malodorous.
Oh, I think it's Charlotte's fault.
Let me read you some of what the public has said.
Well, if it's bad things I don't want to hear.
Well, this is from Noreen. She says Charlotte is an idiot. But I do think if she left Geordie Shore and got a proper job and just toned down a bit, she could be a really nice person. Sometimes I think she's playing a character
Noreen
most of the time.
And I think Noreen's name's shit.
Well, you can see the grilling of the rest of the housemates got when you tune in to the main show tomorrow night at 9 p.m. That was brilliant, and that was the news from early today. But what is happening in the house? Ian, are you there?
Huh?
Are you there, Ian?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course you are.
I'm paid to be here.
Talk to me.
Well,
What's
basically,
going on?
what's happening... Sorry?
Well, it doesn't look like there's much going on, but you tell me.
It's my bit, so I tell you what, AJ, shut up, let me do it, OK? Thanks.
OK.
Basically, Courtney and Lauren have said they're going to turn over a new leaf and tidy up their corner of the bedroom. Let's have a look, see how tidy their corner of the bedroom is. It's not tidy in the slightest. Look at this table with all... How many hair care products and hair dryers do you need? One hairdryer would surely serve the whole house. I don't get it. Anyway, AJ, this is our last Big Brother's bit on the Psych tonight.
Yeah.
All summer you've been promising to give me your phone number so we can, like, meet up for lunch or something. So am I going to I'll get it tonight, yeah?
Yeah! Big time, Ian.
Brilliant. Just stick around afterwards, because you always shoot off. So if you stick around, I'll come and get the phone number and we'll meet up for lunch.
Yeah, definitely.
Next week. Lauren's been working on an album.
OK.
It's really starting to take shape. She's got another song called Everybody's Smiling Today. Which
amazing.
I bet is
I can't wait to see it.
Lovely. And Lauren and Abs had a heart-to-heart where she told him that she's lost her dreams and he kind of just mumbled something in an American accent back and everybody went on their way. And Vicky and Carol have written in. No, Vicky and Carol wonder what Bruce and Dustin are doing now that they're out of the Big Brother house. Well, Bruce is being a pain in the arse on our show and Dustin will be on tomorrow night. So that answers their questions.
God, mate. Thank you, Ian.
And if you stick around, I'll come and get your phone number, yeah?
Definitely.
Can't wait to hang out, man.
Or
Thanks.
an email.
No,
I might give you my email address.
OK, it's just taken all summer. You said all summer we'll give the number and I've not got it, so just stick around, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. I'm coming now.
Yeah, get here.
I'm
coming.
Thank you. I'm coming.
Bye, Ian.
Thank you, AJ.
Thank you. He's coming down. Quick, help me. I need to create a fake number. Ian, talk digi to me.
Well, how is your Big Brother knowledge?
Oh, good.
Good?
It should be good.
Well, if you want to test out your Big Brother knowledge against fellow fans, then you can download our official app at channel5.com/CBB game. That will work on any fruit-based handheld device.
Oh, amazing.
And it's got trivia, predictions, polls and daily leaderboards so you can compare yourself to fellow Big Brother fans.
I just love a game. I love the game. And I'm quite competitive, so that'd be good.
It's not a beat-em-up or anything. It's just questions, basically.
Questions.
But it's good.
Like QI?
It's exactly like QI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Elsewhere, you can watch more of today's task on our website, channel5.com/BigBrother. And we've got Bruce exclusively revealing which housemate corresponds to which Coronation Street character.
Oh, I can't wait to see it all. Thank you very much, Ian. Well, that's our last Psych show of the series. Ian. Thank you to Ian, Dr. Funky, and all of our experts. Tune in tomorrow at 12:40 for Violent Supersized Celebrity Sunday with Made in Chelsea's Ollie Locke and Lucy Watson, plus a very special performance from Jason Derulo. Thank you and good night.